Morning, everybody. It is Friday morning, and I wanted to address the answer from yesterday's question of what is the difference between interference and obstruction. It is kind of a tricky question because there are some exceptions to my answer I'm going to give you, but as a general rule, here's the answer. Obstruction is committed by the defense or the team out in the field, and interference is committed by the offense or the team that is at bat. Now, I say there are some exceptions because you can have some interferences or obstructions by the team. For instance, the catcher, if he sticks his glove up and prevents the bat from going around on a swing, some rule codes call that catcher obstruction, some call it catcher interference. The rule is that the runner will get first base awarded, batter runner will, if he doesn't reach first base on the play. But anyway, that's catcher interference or catcher obstruction. Generally speaking, though, obstruction is any kind of impediment or impediment on a runner. So, for instance, the ball is hit to the shortstop, and the ball is not hit to the shortstop. The ball is hit to a second baseman, but the shortstop interferes or obstructs the runner going from second to third. That is called obstruction if he gets in the way of the runner going from second to third. If, for instance, the situation were different where the batted ball were to go toward the shortstop and the runner who's on second gets hit by the ball before it reaches the shortstop, now we have interference on the part of the runner. So it can get tricky. But the main difference is that interference is by the offense or batting team and obstruction is by the defense. Now, there are tons of little rules about what actions qualify as obstruction, what actions qualify as interference, delayed dead ball versus immediate dead ball, etc., etc., etc. And I could spend an hour talking to you about that. I'm not going to do that this morning. But that's the main difference is obstruction is usually by the team on the field, and interference is usually by the team that is at bat. If you want to look up more details about those things, I would recommend you look at the reference of the Major League Baseball rules or the high school baseball rules or the college rules for that matter, because there are some differences in the way they're administered, and there are some differences in the degree to which obstruction affects a play. And then you have type A and type B obstruction. There's all sorts of fun stuff like that. You see how complicated baseball rules can be, and you see why it takes such a great amount of study and skill to get all these right. And think about this. Umpires have to know this stuff by instinct. They can't carry a rule book with them onto the field and refer to it, so they have to be able to rule on these things immediately. I will be taking the weekend off for these videos. I will come back on Monday with some more. However, over the weekend, if you have had a chance to read the book, and I know some of you have because I've talked to you already about it, if you would do me a gigantic favor, which actually wouldn't take much time for you at all, could you hop on Amazon and write a few words and then do a star rating on what you thought about the book? I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you would give it a good rating, but give us your honest opinion. If you thought it was great, fantastic, and write so. If you didn't think it was so hot, write that down. The important thing is I would like to have some reviews out there, and I'm going to get some feedback. What do you all think about the book? Did you like it? Did you not like it? So if you can hop on, it doesn't need to be long, just a couple sentences, maybe 2 or 3 sentences, and then you, I think, get to fill out 1 through 5 on the star rating. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, that'd be fantastic. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday.